to rise the inner sleepers from Buddha and Krishna, the dreamers, and began the procedure of watching the old become correct. We go back the sacred architect, a pivotal event connects and facilitates the process. Falling apart, such a blessing. Falling apart and lost in a testing. Falling apart, the greatest lesson. Alleviating our transgression. Falling apart, honestly, gathering the and what it all means. Falling apart, a secret weapon to discovery, to succession. Love and simplify, inner connection, emphasize, restoration, amplify, even if the world God denies. Truth has been realized. Be held with physical life falling apart. A secret breakdown, restructuring the holy stones. Deeper essence, reveal profound. Reconstructed on hollow ground. Upon a consecrated mount. Falling apart means dedicated to a purpose, venerated, unimpeachable, delegated, untouchable, decimated, unimpeded, accelerated, intangible, emanated, and now celebrated, falling apart, such a blessing, falling apart, in a testing, falling apart, the greatest lesson, alleviating our transgression, falling apart, harvestly, gathering knowledge, and what it all means. Falling apart, a secret weapon to discovery, to succession. Love it simplify, inner commitment, emphasize, restoration, amplify, even if the world is God denies. Truth is to realize. Be here with physical eyes. Be falling apart, a sacred weapon, restructuring the holy stone. Deeper essence, reveal profound, reconstructed a hollow ground. Upon a consecrated mount, falling upon me. Dedicated to a purpose, venerated, unimpeachable, delegated, untouchable, decimated, unimpeded, accelerated, intangible, emanated, and now celebrated. Falling apart.
Mom, we need your help.
What happened?
We lost David.
I'm going in. Noobs.
The esoteric meaning of C.I.A. The C.I.A. central intelligence aspect. C.I.A. is the kinetic personification of perceiving, intelligence, and sublime gnosis. The world ego manipulation is presented as perception, use of the intellect, and pseudo-knowledge. This is central to deceptive practices, such as the infiltration of the legitimate truth by dispensing half, true false, a confusion mechanism, and chaos caused by disorder, presenting the world ego as reality. C.I.A. embodies the needed insight to understand truth and establish inner order encoded within the DNA script, the source code. The Sanskrit text links C.I.A. to the goddess Sita, whose name means furrow and light. The metaphysical context of furrow represents the intentional cultivation within consciousness by symbolizing preparation through weeding out and breaking up. As consciousness signifies the ground, just as a farmer must dig a trench in order to plant seeds, a furrow symbolizes the effort involved in preparing one's development in order to cultivate wisdom, truth, and righteousness. C.I.A. is the great swallower, representing the ingestion and assimilation of truth, as referenced in Revelation 10, verses 8 through 11, where the angel commands that a small open scroll tastes as sweet as honey in the mouth, but turns bitter in the stomach. C.I.A., often shown with Ra on the solar bark, signifies gnosis, the direct experience from royal authority. As within, so without, symbolizing balance and meaning, since C.I.A. is a twin to Hugh, authoritative speech, like a coin with two sides, are the key figures to establish celestial order, individual materialism consciousness, Patmos and Baba, the reflection contemplation of Christ's material consciousness, the abode of soul, the only presence. The Hebrew definition of C.I.A. is congregation, assembly, or coming together, linked to a gathering or communal consciousness. The fullness of Anatta, no self, enlightened, Avatara, the righteous heiress, within the awakened consciousness of the personality, as Hugh, authoritative speech. The personality also signifies goddess Vach, sublime speech, because resonance of sound is simply vibration of light as an image. Perceiving and intelligence, C.I.A. embodies the power of distinguishing truth, so the only presence, from falsehood, the world ego. C.I.A. represents the activation of unifying awakened consciousness towards the plan on the journey turned understanding. C.I.A. is the phase of awakened consciousness that is signified by Nethanim. Nethanim means the given, the devoted, the consecrated, dedicated. This metaphysical concept involves trust in the power of inner truth instead of the need for an external savior, Lord, or master. This trust is not only the purpose of the personality, but serves as the duty of awakened consciousness. C.I.A, who is accurate perceiving, which is inseparable from understanding of external emptiness. Like Buddha's teaching, C.I.A gives understanding that all things, including self, lacks inherent independence or existence. Emptiness is a description of the fabricated world ego as it really is, impermanent, and is telling that these illusions are fake and not real. Anything temporary is considered the ever-changing when understood in light of the never-changing permanence of truth. The common understanding of C.I.A is found in the coffin text, where she has been cited as a mental aspect, and this is because, from this point of view, it is only an interpretation from an unconfirmed place, the personality or collective agreement of the world ego's so-called authority. C.I.A was first mentioned in writing during the old kingdom of the world ego. At first, she was portrayed as a man with ears and was linked to the idea of hearing. The portrayal of a man also represented the external perception of reality. This gave a distinctive and intriguing outlook to her function throughout time, including the domain of contemplation. C.I.A symbols include the wasp scepter, the emblem of power, or Ankh, the key of love. In several representations, C.I.A is seen clutching an ear adorned with staff, or donning a classic Kemetic crown, suggesting a relationship to the sublime. Long before Alexander came to Egypt and Hellenized the Virginia sun star, the 16-star symbol represented C.I.A eons before being refound in Greece. The number 16 relates to DNA through physical chromosome 16, a large chromosome with many genes, meaning the building material of DNA. The DNA molecule is the program script for all life and is based on the golden section. C.I.A is important because she makes it easier to communicate with you authoritative speech, i.e. individual materialism consciousness, Padmasambhava, the reflection and contemplation of Christ's material consciousness, the abode of soul, the only presence. This communication is extremely significant as she maintains and provides harmony between the personality and the awakened consciousness. C.I.A's impact is evident in many facets of one's day-to-day experience. If you look at the shield of the CIA's emblem on the floor of the CIA headquarters lobby, there is a Virginia Sunstar there, which they say represents the convergence of intelligence data from around the world at a central point. C.I.A. as a 16-pointed star is the ability to communicate with the Holy Realm, the central point. In a solar sense, one who has undergone a plowing process of deep introspection is prepared for the new, more fruitful season. C.I.A. as a furrow aspect represents the straight path of dedication and devotion to truth, as mentioned in the idea of not looking back once the hand is to the plow. So the omnipresence. So the omnipresence. So the omnipresence. So the omnipresence.